Hey, good afternoon, everyone. We are here for the next 60 minutes to discuss the exciting Gen AI launches that were announced early this week by Adam in his keynote and some of our AWS leadership. But before we go there, I wanted to quickly introduce myself. I'm Himanshu. I'm part of the Amazon Connect service team. I lead the analytics, insights, and optimization capabilities for Amazon Connect, which includes contact lens, routing, core analytics. And I have my colleague Prashant here with me. He's going to quickly introduce himself as well.
Hello, everyone. I'm Prashant Rehan. I'm on the Amazon Connect product team as well, where I lead the products responsible for contact center setup, configuration, and automation. So that includes conversational IVR and chatbots and task and process automation. Looking forward to talking today.
Awesome. Thank you, Prashant. We'll get started with some fun facts about Amazon Connect. Amazon Connect is one application, one seamless experience for all your contact center users. That includes your agents, your supervisors, your administrators. Amazon Connect today is used by tens of thousands of customers who manage more than 1 billion transactions per day, and they use Amazon Connect to handle all of that. Another fun fact is Amazon Connect is used by more than 50 groups within Amazon, including our Amazon retail business, which has more than 100,000 associates. Let's discuss a little bit about what differentiates Amazon Connect. It's one of our fastest growing AWS services, and customers love it for a few different reasons. First one is it's very easy to set up. You could literally have your agents start taking contacts in a matter of few minutes. All you need is to provide them a browser and a headset. It's very simple to administer as well. Even non-technical business users could very easily come and use our graphical UI and intuitive UI and get started to innovate on behalf of their customers. We are known for making real-world business impact using artificial intelligence. AI is in our DNA. We have done this in the past with several different applications, such as contact lens conversational analytics, voice ID detection, and more recently, our machine learning-powered forecasting, capacity planning, and scheduling capabilities. We also enable our customers to continuously monitor, measure, and improve contact quality and agent performance and overall contact center performance, all driven by powerful machine learning capabilities that we use behind the scenes. Last but not the least, you could actually scale up Connect in a matter of few clicks to hundreds of thousands of agents and scale back if you are done with your peak season. And you only end up paying for what you use. You don't pay, so no additional long-term contracts where you actually pay a lot of money and actually don't use most of it. So no commitment, you only pay for what you use. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the different personas we enable using Connect. Very first one is our customers, the end customer. We enable a great self-service customer experiences, again, powered by artificial intelligence. For agents, we provide AI-generated real-time agent assistance for them to be more productive and provide precise answers and concise answers, again, to deliver real-world business results such as reduced average handle time, better CSAT scores, etc. For supervisors, we provide various real-time and post-call contact analytics for them to effectively measure, monitor, and improve contact quality and agent performance. And for administrators, as I mentioned earlier, we provide a very intuitive and easy-to-use UI to administer Connect. Specifically, when I speak about the capabilities we offer, for customers, again, we provide outbound campaigns, conversational IVR, and chatbots. For agents, we previously had Wisdom, and we recently announced Amazon Q, which we will dive deeper in just about a minute. For supervisors, we have contact lens, forecasting, capacity planning, and scheduling. And for administrators, we have a very simple self-service UI, which they could use to make changes in minutes. As I mentioned earlier, Amazon Connect has tens of thousands of customers who are supporting more than 10 million contact center interactions per day using Amazon Connect. I'm not going to go through all the logos here, but you could see some of our large customers, such as Adobe, Delta, just love the agility to innovate using Connect on behalf of their customers. Let's dive deeper into the built-in AI that I was talking about. Again, our vision here is to always use artificial intelligence to deliver the highest business value for our customers. Even before generative AI, we have done this with traditional machine learning. Some of the examples that you will look here is including real-time agent assistance. We already had wisdom that basically listens to the intent of the customer and automatically provides recommendations on knowledge articles that an agent could use. That's already a lot of great time savings, which otherwise would require an agent to search for knowledge articles, etc. Similarly, for conversational analytics, we provide real-time alerts. So anytime a customer sentiment is going down, we detect that and send an alert to a supervisor so they could decide if they want to intervene, help the agent, and while keeping the end customer experience intact. Likewise, we have a very high accuracy-driven machine learning-powered forecasting, capacity planning, and scheduling capabilities, as well as conversational chatbots and IVR. This was all even before generative AI, and these capabilities have proven to deliver real-world business results for our customers. What we are doing with generative AI, which we're going to talk about now, is augmenting these machine learning capabilities to further enhance our agent and customer experience, as well as manager experience. Specifically, we are taking now our existing Wisdom product. Previously, it was called as Wisdom, now it's called as Amazon Q. We're building upon the existing Wisdom capabilities to actually now move ahead and not just provide knowledge article recommendations, but actually provide a very synthesized and concise summary that agents could use in a matter of seconds and a matter of clicks to solve the customer problem. Similarly, for conversational analytics, we had a contact lens. We are evolving it further now to actually provide post-call contact summaries, which provides a context into what was the customer problem, what did the agent do, were there any next actions that somebody had to take, or any coaching opportunities. For conversational chatbots and IVR, we are making it very easy using natural language to build self-service experiences for better efficacy, as well as we are further augmenting our automated identity resolution using Gen AI. I want to talk a little bit about the key considerations of how Amazon Connect and us think about applying generative AI. There are three pillars that we have given a lot of thought. First one is ease of use. We had done this in the past where we used contact lens. Customers could come in and just get started with a few clicks. No engineering effort required, no science effort required. You just come in and start benefiting from contact lens in just a matter of minutes. So we're not moving away from that approach, and we want to apply the same for generative AI as well. So it's very easy for customers to come in and get started and start benefiting from it. Second is, we have heard a lot from our customers and concerns around incorrect statements, or what the industry likes to call as hallucination. We're taking a very conscious approach to solve for that. And our approach is to first keep the human in the loop, specifically agents and managers, and learn from those interactions and make sure we are ready for the prime time for self-service experiences. We are also continuously collecting feedback from our beta customers as well as products now in production to continuously understand how these large language models are performing, taking those learnings and continuously improving our large language model performance. Last but not the least, very important for us is to apply artificial intelligence, including generative AI, to really where it makes the most sense. Today, as an example, our Lex bots can very well solve for password reset inquiries. It doesn't make a lot of sense to apply a costly large language model to the same use case that we are able to do very well today. Hence, we are being very consciously looking at the real-world impact when we apply to generative AI and looking at those specific use cases where it can actually make an impact for our customers and their businesses. So just to circle back on the personas that we spoke about a little bit earlier, we are looking at applying generative AI to enable all these personas in the contact center. We spoke about the agents. We just announced Amazon Q. For supervisors, we are now providing very concise and precise post-contact summaries. For administrators, we are providing auto-generated data mapping. And for end customers, we are providing human-like conversation chatbots, making it very easy for them to be built and utilized by our end customers. I would like to now dive deeper into each of these pillars of our investments as it relates to generative AI. The first one is agent assistance. If you think about the work life of an agent, for every contact, they're doing two things simultaneously, which is pretty tough. One is they have to listen carefully to the customer, understand their needs, understand the problem, while being continuously engaged. Second is, simultaneously, they need to find the right solution. And if you imagine, they have to do this thing multiple times and tens of hundreds of times in a day and thousands of times in a week and a year. To make their life easier, as I mentioned earlier, we already had Wisdom. But with the recent announcement from Adam and our AWS leadership through Tuesday this week, we have now introduced Amazon Q. Amazon Q is your Gen AI assistant designed for work that could be tailored to your business, data, code, and operations. It's not just your business expert. It actually could also be leveraged for building on AWS. It's available in Amazon QuickSight, of course, Amazon Connect, that we'll talk in about a minute, and also will be very soon available between AWS supply chain. Amazon Q and Connect is embedded directly within the Amazon Connect agent workspace. So the agents don't necessarily have to use multiple tools to get to the right information they need to resolve a customer problem. Let's dive deeper into Amazon Q and Connect, which is previously what we used to call as Wisdom. So as I mentioned earlier, Wisdom already was a great offering in terms of removing the workload for an agent to search for the right knowledge articles. We would still be able to detect the intent of the customer and automatically identify the right article that an agent need to use. However, that still required the agent to read an article, which still is a little extra time that they would need, which also means the end customer is also kept on hold for that time. We are changing that with Amazon Q and Connect. With Amazon Q and Connect, agents will actually get a very precise, concise answer for the question that a customer asked. So no more reading of the articles unless absolutely required. Having said that, they will have the reference articles just in case if they want to dive deeper and understand really all the nuts and bolts of that specific policy, procedure, et cetera, that a company's knowledge base may have. Simultaneously, they could also search for certain questions that they may need answers for. And again, very similarly, they will also get the right answer within that search experience, as well as the right knowledge articles that they may use for their own benefit. This slide basically provides you the user experience from an agent perspective. As you can see, on the right-hand side top corner, you'll see the detected issue automatically identified by Amazon Q and Connect. It will provide a response that an agent could use with literally click a button and copy paste and send it back to the customer. Or if they're on a voice call, they can literally utter it. In addition to that, Amazon Q and Connect also provides a solution that an agent can follow to solve the customer problem. And as I mentioned earlier, there will be reference links to knowledge articles that they could use if they want to dive deeper into a specific area. So let's look at this particular use case where a customer is wanting to learn more about their travel rewards credit card. If you see on the right-hand side, Nikki asked more about the rewards credit card, and Amazon Q and Connect automatically identifies the right response that an agent could provide. Agent clicks on that little button. It takes the answer to the chat window. If you think about a lot of productivity there because they don't have to write anything. And then Nikki further asks, hey, can I basically update my current card to my existing card to a travel rewards card? And if you notice, Q automatically identifies that second intent, provides the answer that an agent, again, in a single click could use it and send it back to the end customer. If you think through this, when I mentioned the problems that agent had to manage previously, Q is helping them do both. They're continuously engaged with the end customer while also being able to solve the problem. Next, it also leverages the seamlessly integrated step-by-step guides within the agent desktop and leverages that to provide the agent a step-by-step instruction on how they can upgrade the customer's credit card to a travel credit card that they were looking for. Again, just to summarize, these capabilities, with the vision here is to make our agents superhumans. Definitely our new hires will benefit from it, but even the tenured associates can do multiple things at the same time because of these real-time agent assistants. Great news, Amazon Q is at no extra charge until March 1st, 2024. So you have 3 months to test it out, provide us feedback, and we'll go from there. Let's look at what our existing customers are saying about Amazon Q and Connect. Some of these customers have been testing our beta product as now also in production. As an example, Orbit Irrigation highlighted they're already seeing 10 to 15% time savings on every contact. That's huge. You know, if I take an example of Amazon retail customer service, we get tens of thousands of contacts every day. And 10 to 15% time savings on that is huge. It really translates into a lot of great average handle time savings. But not just that, I want to re-emphasize the impact it has on the end customer experience. Think of new hires coming in, who just learning the job, having this on their fingertips really helps them provide accurate resolution. So it further will help you get better first contact resolution, better CSAT scores, et cetera, because the work is now standardized through these real-time agent assistants. Similarly, our customers across Traeger Grills, NatWest, all are seeing the potential here. And you know, I'm not going to read the codes, but you see there, everybody's excited about that. Let's dive into our second persona, which is managers. Similar to agents, like managers also have a tough job in contact centers. Some managers have tens and hundreds of agents. They have weekly one-on-ones. They have, they need to identify different agent coaching opportunities. Sometimes what happens is by the time they have their next one-on-one, the agent has already forgotten what had happened on a call, and it requires a manager to actually go through the transcript, read through it, or listen to a call, et cetera, to identify the right coaching opportunities in case if they got a negative CSAT, as an example. To make our managers' life easier, we already had contact lens conversational analytics available previously. So we were already providing our managers with sentiment scores. We also had transcripts where contact lens would label certain parts of the transcript as issue detected, action item, et cetera. However, still required managers to read through the transcript to understand the whole context. We're changing the game there. Now, managers will have a very concise and synthesized, contextually rich summary at the end of every call. This product is available now in preview, so I would encourage everybody to try it out and test it out. But the idea here is for managers to not have to read or put heavy lifting in understanding what really happened in a contact. They could come in on the detail page experience. There will be a simple summary available on what really the issue was, what did the agent do, was there things that agent could have done differently, all available right there in a couple of sentences. Again, lots of productivity savings for our managers, but more importantly, they would be enabled to provide a very targeted coaching feedback experience to their agents. This is our detail page experience. As you could see, the section highlighted in the center of the page, it's basically that summary I was talking about. So let's look at a quick demo on how managers would benefit from this capability. Okay, Sorry about that little glitch. So as I was talking about, managers are enabled to get the real-time alerts on things that they care about. And in this case, a manager gets an alert that, hey, you have a new hire who was doing a good job, but they were just not being compliant. So they get an alert in their system, and they come to the detail page experience where they already had a lot of great conversational analytics readily available. One of them included sentiment score, et cetera. But with this launch, they can now look at the synthesized summary of the contact that gets them up to speed with what really has happened so far. Was there any agent coaching opportunity? In this case, them not being compliant. And then they kind of use that to coach the agent. Or they could also, in future real time, insert themselves in the call and help the agent in real time. On the right-hand side, what you see is our seamlessly integrated evaluation form where generative AI is helping the manager answer the question. In this case, did the agent offer additional assistance? They used the Help Me Gen AI button there, and that helped them fill the answer for that question. It not just does that, it provides you context in terms of how generative AI got to that answer. This is a very important factor here because it helps the manager build trust on the system as well as provides that additional context that they could use to help coach the agent. You will also notice one more thing there. All of our Gen AI-powered capabilities have these thumbs up, thumbs down button. It's very critical to notice that because we are using all of that insights to continuously learn in terms of how generative AI is performing. And if there are any concerns in terms of the quality, et cetera, we are collecting that feedback and continuously improving our large language models. Let's talk about what our customers and partners are saying. Again, Traeger Grills, supervisor, they find this thing very helpful. They envision this for supervisors to no longer invest a lot of time in agent coaching, identifying the right coaching opportunities, et cetera. Same for NeuraFlash as well. They really emphasize a lot around giving the right coaching at the right time to the agents, which we believe contact lens conversational analytics, post-call summaries will enable them to do that. That's it from my side. I'll bring in Prashant, who will dive deeper into the customer self-service section.
Thanks, Himanshu. So self-service experiences are critical for a contact center's ability to handle large contact volumes, largely because they help you automate customer interactions and save cost to provide faster customer service and resolve issues faster or address customer needs faster, and then also enable your agents to be more efficient by automating a lot of their pre-contact activities, as you may call it. So things such as authentication or things such as collecting the right information so that you can automate or improve routing. Today, to build these experiences, businesses need to really understand the entire conversational design, conversational flow, and then implement this. This can sometimes take weeks to months. Parts of this include designing the flow, building it, then implementing it, then testing it as a part of that implementation and seeing how this actually works in real world, and then understanding how you optimize these flows before you can finally deploy it to your end customers. We're innovating here using LLMs and generative AI to make it really easy to both build these experiences and improve the effectiveness of these experiences, from providing more human-like conversations over voice and text to generating FAQ responses so that the most simplest questions that your customers have can be easily addressed. Some of the capabilities that we're launching, and actually have launched this week and have announced earlier, include the ability to use conversational Q&A bots to address these common customer questions based on your knowledge data, your agent's best responses, and information that you have in your own FAQs. The conversational Q&A bot rapidly generates these responses based on the customer's questions so that you don't have to anticipate all parts of the Q&A ahead of time as a part of your bot development. We're also making it easier to build these experiences using natural language. So you can simply describe the bot experience you'd like, and we will automatically create an initial bot for you that you can then further refine and tweak based on your needs. We're also making your existing bots more effective. And we're doing this by augmenting generative AI. So we do this in a couple ways, and I'll talk about this in a bit. The generative AI power capabilities here are available in Amazon Lex and Amazon Connect out of the box. And you can easily use these to set up new experiences, new self-service experiences in just a few clicks. Let's take a look at some of these capabilities. Our first feature, conversational Q&A bots, is available in preview, and it enables contact center admins to deploy more effective self-service systems that eliminate the need to anticipate all possible questions and answers. You can automate any of the FAQs through text and voice channels, all with the guardrails required to make sure that you are either generating a responsive summary based on the information from your knowledge sources, or you are providing an exact response match based on your own compliance policies to make sure you're staying aligned to them. When building these bots, builders can simply just point the new Q&A bot to your knowledge source, and the system can automatically start pulling in the responses and generating them. Let's look at an example here. A retailer who has included their FAQ articles in this situation, and when an end customer interacts with the bot, just to understand what the basic policy information is. In the case of the first example, what is your return policy? The system has a good understanding of the articles included to know that this particular retailer's policy is 365 days, and it automatically generates that without the admin required to actually go define what these prompts would be and better model what the intent or how the slots should be resolved. In another example, when the bot asks for what is your return policy, there's a very specific response that this example, that the retailer would like to provide, and in that case, they have the ability to actually provide an exact response match so that this response is consistent across all conversations and all interactions, and you're not deviating from any of your compliance requirements. Another feature that I mentioned earlier, which is around how can you leverage natural language and just describe how do you want to build a bot. When building bots, the first step for most businesses is to just define your business use case. If you're able to put your business use case in clear, simple terms and describe it in a few sentences, we can now generate a bot on your behalf, including all the intents, all the slots, and give you the ability to really spend time kind of focusing on the differentiating element of the self-service experience and tweak it as required. We've seen this feature reduce the time it takes to put together an initial bot from weeks to hours, and in some cases, minutes, depending on your use case. Users just need to provide a prompt in natural language, and it does the rest. Let's take a look at the example that we have here on the screen. In this case, a customer wants to build a bot to help their end customers book hotel rooms. And all they have to do is provide the details, what they would like their bot to do, what actions do they want this bot to take, and what the limitations of the bot should be. So for when they should pull in an agent versus when should they automatically address the issue. In this case, once that bot's defined and you click on done, the system generates the full bot with all the intents, all the underlying utterances, so you can now just spend time actually understand how to fine-tune the bot versus going through the entire process of building it from the get-go. This feature is GA and available in English to start with. When building these bots, it can also be very difficult to anticipate the verbiage and syntax used by customers. To improve the performance of existing bots and save the builder's time as a part of the process, we're also using generative AI to generate sample utterances. The utterance generation is powered using Amazon Bedrock and does not require any prompt engineering. It looks at your existing intents. It looks at your existing utterances. It looks like any descriptions that you may have previously provided, and then automatically recommends new utterances and classifies them as such so that you can understand what's generative AI suggested and what was previously modeled or what was human input. This helps you with varied data to make sure you can improve the performance of your existing bots and any new bots you may design. Our next feature, assisted slot resolution, allows a bot to leverage generative AI to understand more complex customer needs that traditional AI would typically not be able to understand, allowing for more natural human-like conversations. For example, when a customer is booking a hotel room in London and when asked about how many people are going to stay in the room, you can simply respond by saying, actually, I skipped a few things in there, but you can either respond by saying, okay, there's going to be me, my wife, my 2 kids. And traditional AI would historically just not understand that. It would not resolve that. But now, using generative AI, we can easily understand that that means there's 4 people there. When you ask about how many days are you staying, and if a customer responds, I'm going to stay there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, traditional AI would not be able to resolve that again and would have the customer input information in many different forms till it gets the answer it needs. But with generative AI, we're easily able to resolve that that means that's 3 days. I can easily understand what those dates may be and continue the conversation so that I'm really helping the customer without having them repeat a lot of this information. This feature is also available in GA and can be enabled at a full bot level or any of the individual slot levels. So you can determine when this adds, what are the high value interaction points where you'd like to leverage it. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of our more administrator assistance capabilities where we're also leveraging generative AI. Today, customer profiles in Amazon Connect provides companies with a unified view of the customer by aggregating information from all your disparate systems. This can include customer relationship management applications, homegrown systems, SaaS applications, and to really enable personalized end customer experiences such as IVRs or in routing or to improve agent productivity. Bringing in data from different applications requires a lot of technical expertise for data modeling and often requires data engineers to help out. With generative AI, customers can now onboard their end customer data without any of the manual steps and will map their data on their behalf, cutting down the time for data modeling from weeks to hours. Customer profile now understands the different types of data across a company, so across your orders, across your cases, across your web activity, across any of your shopping activity, and then understands how these different data objects talk to each other or relate to each other and maps it on your behalf, providing you the suggestions of how to tie this data together. Contact center managers can now use the new no-code UI mapping the no-code mapping UI and set up data mapping without any coding or engineering experience required. Once mapped, the unified customer profiles are then automatically made available for your contact center agents and in self-service tools to provide the relevant information such as the preferences, account information, purchases, and any previous contacts to really help your end customers or help your agents identify and resolve customer needs. Choice Hotels, who's a leading lodging franchisor, has a vast network of 7,500 hotels across 46 countries. And they've been able to use the new data mapping features to enrich their guest 360 profiles and really accelerate onboarding. USAN, who is one of our Amazon Connect partners that provides cloud-based contact center technology and services to customers around the world, have told us that our customers really appreciate the ability to get started with these generative AI-powered capabilities immediately without any engineering effort required or deep LLM knowledge. So talking about getting started, our job here is not to send you off with the free tier and with these capabilities and documentation and say, go figure. There's a lot we do to support you in the process of making sure you understand what these capabilities are, how you can leverage them, what this means for your end customers and contact center environments. We have specialized professional services and support teams that can help you in this journey. We also have multiple internal programs and partners that can help you accelerate any phase, through any phases of your migration. If you're looking to learn from us, whether it's the technology or the best practices that we use in our Amazon contact centers, we have experts and training tools to help you through that journey. Since Amazon Connect is ready to use out of the box, one of the best ways to get started is to really identify a specific business use case and define what your key goals are, and then get started with the POC. This helps you better understand how Amazon Connect differentiates and really get you to understand the art of the possible on where Connect can take you in your journey for your end customers. Finally, as you proceed with the pilot, it helps you better understand the internal workings of the product and how there are different applications within your contact centers where it can be leveraged. And that's about it. Thank you.